Welcome back. Local government system in Nigeria. How effective? I have some tweets coming in. I'll just quickly just read one or two, and so we can continue on this conversation. Kelly Chomi says, a good number of these local government chairmen embezzle these LG funds, building plazas, and so on. I would like us to comment on that plaza thing because it seems like a lot of shopping complex that comes around in local government area. The reality of this matter can only make, that's a mix-up. The man on, please, when you bring in your tweets or send in your tweets, try to be modest with your words so that we don't have to dump your tweet. I read the local government has existing and working health centers in all 5 wards. This must be someone from you people. Can the secretary tell us how many aged people in his LCDA that you guys took care of? Because I'm sure you know more than statistics. Yeah. Fantastic. Someone is making a point to the effect of the difference between effectiveness and efficiency, and I think I agree. I'll take the last tweet, which says, local government represents the closest link to the grassroots. I believe in the fullness of time, they will find their feet in what they're doing. What local governments do or don't do. What local governments do or don't do in terms of effectiveness and efficiency. Do you agree that some of the things you have done could be measured with the yardstick of just working within the capacity you find yourself without stretching your limits to what can be done to fulfill that mandate of that position in the Constitution?
Now, I'm going to respond to the man that said, talked about effectiveness and efficiency.
Yeah, which is why I'm directing that question to you.
Effectively wise, the local government administration system in Nigeria is very, very effective. When you're talking about efficiency, that is where it comes about quality of leadership.
Absolutely.
And it will be very unfair to most of these patriotic Nigerians that put themselves forward for an election to be elected as a chairman of a local government to tarnish all of them with the brush of inefficiencies. I know a good number of them that are working assiduously to make a difference in their local locality.
No, effectiveness.
That is what I'm talking about, efficiency.
Have they displayed efficiency within the capacity they have?
I'm just telling you about quality of leadership. If you are making a broad assumption,
there has to be a case study.
If you are making, that's what I'm telling you. There are so many case studies. If you are making a broad assumption that they're all inefficient, that would be very unfair. And you can't actually come out on there and say all of them are very efficient. I've not been to all the
maybe you need to.
What I'm telling you is that
what you understand by effectiveness
that is what I'm telling you. If you are talking about the system itself, it's very effective. The efficiency.
How do
you now carry out your function?
Can you define your effectiveness so that we'll know where we're going?
Can you define effectiveness? Let me help you with this question. Hold on, let me ask you this question. In describing efficiency and effectiveness for these local government chairmen, I'll ask you again, what would you rather see?
Fine. First, we need to know what is effectiveness. And that's...
No, use the example of what you could have seen to describe it.
No, you know...
Or what you want to see.
You know, when you talk effectiveness, that's why it's different from efficiency.
I know.
Effectiveness, it has to be against sets.
Yeah, so
I repeat.
Let me see those set values.
We
know the values and the ideal.
Exactly.
So what would you want to see practically
on... I think I define it like effectiveness, okay, is getting the desired result.
Which is?
Whereas efficiency is
based on effectiveness, getting the desired result, based background on the ideal situation.
The objectives
what do you want to see?
And role of local government.
What do you want to see?
Providing good quality service. Like construction of roads.
And
good roads.
Good roads, yeah. Inner roads.
Inner roads.
What else?
Providing good qualitative primary health for the citizenry. That's one of the functions of local health as enshrined in the Constitution.
I'm going to ask you, finally, before you move on.
Also in the Constitution, we have agriculture. Perhaps many people are not aware of that. Local government are expected to be the drivers of agri-business in the local government.
Hold on.
Each local government in Nigeria has a major agro product.
Can I ask you this question?
Okay.
Agriculture, health, and roads. Road can be seen easily. Do you also agree that with agriculture, it's not in every local government that can effectively drive agriculture? Do
see,
you appreciate that?
I agree. But we are looking at local government as a whole. So if out of 774 local
So in these 3 areas,
about 300 that are into agriculture, would that not make significant impact into Nigerian economy?
Let me quickly address one issue. The local governments are not supposed to go into business of agric. They are
the
supposed to play.
Constitution
Let me explain your constitution to you. They are supposed to create an enabling environment for agricultural
that's what it
practices.
means. That's what it means. That's the
So
point
when you say the constitution,
that's the
they have
point
to
he's
go into
making. That's
agricultural
the point
business.
he's making.
And do you know for a fact there is a difference between us here now? He's talking about what the constitution says. I'm talking about what the reality is on ground.
No,
And I'm telling you,
Just effectively, allow him talk.
Effectively, the local government has been very effective. They've been that bridge between the grassroots and the state. For instance, I'll give you an information. If a citizen...
Do you think Nigerians will agree with you on this?
Nigerians will definitely agree with me.
That
Those of them that have had issues to do with local government.
Someone sent a tweet that saying that local governments are full with errand boys and touts who political
And those people,
patronages.
those people are from Niger. Are they not Nigerians?
Well, those who made
It's
it
what we turn our people to is what we used to describe them. And I will never call any man a tout. Most people are a product of the system. And those are some of the burdens of the local government. You are the one closest to this people. You are the one to take care of those problems. For instance, in my local government, what do we have to do? He was talking about overstaffing. When we realized that it's going to cost us so much to later take care of security, we decided to prevent it by getting them employed. That was the only industry in the whole of Eredo.
Please, I need
The local government chairman that came up with
I'm going to send, let's assume I sent,
let me correct this.
Finally, as we round off, we are rounding off. There's no time, we're rounding off, so you allow me to moderate this.
Okay.
I'm sending this proposal to you about all the inefficiency and the ineffectiveness of the local government. I want you to reform them for me and tell me quick wins. Let's capture the low-hanging fruits in 60 seconds. What would you change?
The first thing is the leadership. The leadership recruitment process is very faulty.
Okay.
And that one has led to the quality of leadership of local governments.
Okay, so you want the entire system overhauled in terms of how they get elected.
Exactly.
Two, quickly.
And also the quality of those that are elected.
Okay.
As a prescription,
okay, so
I will prescribe that at least a graduate
should be a local government chairman.
Exactly.
Okay, fantastic. Move on.
That will improve the quality of leadership.
Is that where everything is going to derive
the
from?
faculty of thinking.
Okay, so
of the leadership.
You believe everything is going to derive from this?
No, not only that.
Okay, quickly.
Training.
Training before or during or after? Training during?
After being elected.
Okay.
And not only of the leadership, and also the employees.
Okay.
Training, especially in terms of revenue management.
Fantastic. I'm going to ask you the last one. Any other point on that? Because I'm going to sign off from you. Any other point on what you can change?
Then
is the constitution intact as far as it is, as far as the local government is concerned?
There's no problem with the constitution.
Fantastic. So then, for you,
also,
your time is up.
Okay.
You would want to see some changes, definitely, even though you believe the funding system should actually also come directly to the local government instead of through the state. You agree up to that point. What would you have done differently if you go back to Eredo or to any other local government to make people begin to say, local governments are not full without, local governments are not just a place where people go and seek rent, local governments are not places where people just gather at the end of the month, just pick money, embezzle money and all of that, or appendages of state governors?
First thing, the structure of Nigeria itself has to change. The local government should be a business of the state government.
Really?
The federal government has no business with the local government. Look at the constitution.
That's one.
And the power to
you don't have time. I'm trying to
that is
that
one.
point. Yeah.
That is one. Secondly, when you're talking about quality of leadership, one thing I want to allude to, like I said, Gary Neville, a Manchester
you don't have
United,
that time for Gary Neville.
I mean, a good analyst that is
Leadership,
not a failure as a coach.
Leadership,
the way it is, it doesn't take a graduate to make a change. It takes a man with common sense to make a change.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Dosumu, and my other guest, Mr. Shamshin-Din, for joining us in this conversation. For all of you that also joined by the Twitter handle and all of other social platforms that we have, thank you for being a part of this discussion on local government. It is our hope that, like everything in the country and around the world, we can always see a better chance, a better day, and a brighter day. Thanks for staying tuned. Good night.